Garrett All Terrain metal detectors, some of my personal favorite machines for treasure hunting. I just got done putting the AT series head to head, and I'm extremely unimpressed. And I'm also joking, relax people. Now, to truly understand these machines and to put them head to head, you need to understand what makes them tick. And here's how these machines tick. With the Garrett AT Max, your low tone to mid tone crack at a 35, your mid tone to high tone crack at a 75 when you're running 0-0. Now this is the same exact operation as the Garrett AT Pro. So we're good there, same operation. Now with the AT Gold, it's set up a little bit different. The only way to get a low tone is to run iron discrimination. So this 0 to 75 and 0-0 is all medium tone. So to level the playing field today, we're going to turn on the iron audio button on the Pro and the Max, which is going to relieve the low tone, and it's going to be a whole mid tone, and it's going to be the same high tone break as the Garrett AT Gold. And that's how we're going to level the playing field today. That's how we're going to run these machines to get a true, accurate depth test. The Garrett AT Gold is designed for small, low conductive targets, specifically gold. That's why it has the highest frequency in the bunch, 18 kilohertz. Now with that in mind, I wanted to put the Max to the test and see if it could play the small, low conductive gold game as well as the relic and the silver game. Here are the targets that we tested. A US $1 Type 1 gold coin, a sliver of a 1 real, an Indian head cent, a silver quarter, and a Civil War 3-ringer. We buried the gold coin at 6 inches. We also buried the sliver of silver at 6 inches. The Indian head cent was buried at 9 inches. The silver quarter was buried at 10 inches. And the 3-ringer was buried at 11 inches. I live on old farmland, which is extremely highly mineralized. You'll see that when we ground balance these machines. Now you combine that with disturbed soil, freshly planted targets, and single frequency machines, and you kill target ID. Pay attention to the sounds. Let's do this. First up, we have the Garrett AT Pro, Pro Zero mode, iron disc at 0-0, iron audio on, full sensitivity, ground balance at 93. This is the 6-inch $1 gold coin. And we do have a response. Speed up the swing. Definitely a response there, so that's impressive. The AT Gold is in disc 1, iron at 0-0, iron audio off, full sensitivity. And the gold ground balance is at 85. This thing's made for small and gold. Picks up the small gold coin. Garrett AT Max, we're running exactly like the AT Pro. We are in 0 mode, iron at 0-0, iron audio on, full sensitivity, ground balance 95 on the Max. I'd be digging that gold coin, Bob.
Yeah.
AT Pro, tiny sliver of a 1 real, 6 inches. Do have a slight response there, so that's good. Definitely a better response than the Pro on the tiny sliver. What do you think, Bob?
Sounds pretty good for a sliver.
Yeah. AT Pro 9-inch Indian head cent. Not a whole lot of response there. It is trying. Tough signal, but I dig that Indian. That Indian's mine.
That's a nice Indian.
AT Pro, 10-inch silver quarter. Not a whole lot going on there. It is making some sort of response, but nothing you'd dig. High conductive. It's trying. It's getting a response. Definitely better than the Pro. At least it's a high tone. The other two definitely struggled with this quarter at 10 inches. Much stronger response with the Max. AT Pro, 58 caliber mini ball, 11 inches. It's definitely acknowledging that there's something there, but again, nothing that you would dig. This should be a tough signal. Again, definitely edges the Pro, but deep lead, not a great response. The toughest signal of them all. Now, let's be honest, we'd probably not dig that, but it is getting a better response, in my opinion. The AT Pro does not have a true all-metal mode. The AT Gold and AT Max do. So we're going to put those head-to-head in the same exact test. AT Gold, all-metal mode, gold coin. Pretty high off the ground. Very impressive. AT Max, all-metal mode. That's a strong signal. I might be 8 inches off the ground, seriously. Seven, 8 inches off the ground, no lie on that gold coin. That's a loud signal. The sliver of the 1 real. Maybe 3 inches off the ground there. Sliver time. Maybe 3, 4 inches off the ground. Barely ticking. That's a loud signal too, though. Indian head scent. Maybe 3 inches off the ground there. Indian. Wow. That's 6 or 7 inches off the ground. Impressive. The gold struggled on the silver quarter. Let's check in all metal. No doubt there. How high can I go? Maybe 2 inches off the ground. Deep quarter. At least 6 or 7 inches off the ground. That's crazy. And the toughest signal on the day, the mini ball at 11 inches. Maybe 2 inches off the ground. Very good. 3 ringer. Wow, it is slamming that thing. I'm 8 inches off the ground. And that's right on the ground. Slowly going up. AT Max. I was personally impressed with each one of these machines in this soil with those targets in these conditions. Now the question is the AT Max the deepest AT machine in the series? Well, from what I saw today, I say yes, hands down the deepest machine out of the series. It also showed how underrated the AT Gold is. That's why I use that machine. That's why it's one of my machines I take out every time I go detecting. I recently did a full review video on the AT Max. I'll link that in the description of this video. Now, in that video, I stated that the search coils on the AT series are all interchangeable, including third-party aftermarket coils. Well, something happened today. I took my NEL, my NEL Thunder coil that I originally purchased for the AT Pro and put that on the AT Max, and it didn't work at all. Like, it wouldn't make a sound, like it didn't work. So I told Bob, I was like, go get your NEL Storm Coil. We put the Storm Coil on it and it worked. I don't know if there's something wrong with that coil. I put it back on the AT Pro and AT Gold and it worked just fine. But while I had the NEL Storm Coil on the AT Max, I ran through the targets real quick. So here's that. NEL Storm Coil, AT Max. It's going to be harder to ground balance a bigger coil in mineralized soil, but you always want to ground balance it low sensitivity and then crank it up. That's the gold coin. That's the little sliver. Here's the Indian. This is the 10-inch quarter. And this is that deep mini ball. So the Storm works really well actually. I know that was fast, but if you go by the book, you're not supposed to use big search coils and high minerals because you accept more of the minerals throwing off the signal. But that was really impressive. Another thing, if you're in these kind of conditions and you're not getting good depth, try all metal mode. Whatever machine you use, try all metal mode. It's going to be your deepest mode. You're going to dig more trash, but you're going to find more treasure too. And that's why we say dig it all, because you don't know what a target is until you get it out of the ground. I don't trust any machine, I trust my eyes. So help clean up the ground, dig it all, and take your trash with you, because all holes matter. Hope you guys enjoyed it, you learned something. I actually learned something today. We'll see you next time.